Welcome back to Where Bluebirds Walk. Some fans are saying the next time we play Mansfield in May, we're going to be having a party in Mansfield celebrating the return to the Championship. Hope you're doing well. We've got Ellis and Jamie back with us to review that quite comfortable win over Mansfield this weekend. We've got many fans saying it was the performance of the season. Do you agree? And who stuck out for you? Also coming up this week, we're going to be talking about this fella. We're going to talk about 100 appearances, of course, for Joel Bagan. How impressive has he been? We're also talking about the Christmas fixtures for Cardiff and who gets in your A to Z of Cardiff City. We're on to letter H this week. We've got Ellis and Jamie with us. Thank you very much for your company. If you're new to the channel, we probably watch other Cardiff podcasts. We massively appreciate that this club has got many, many great podcasts after it. This is just one more 15 minutes you can squeeze into your life where we review the tweets and all the madness from this historic football club. Jamie, was that as comfortable as it could have been? Mansfield didn't really put up a fight, is it fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, it was quite comfortable. It was enjoyable to watch. Took us a bit longer probably to get the goal than we'd have hoped in the first half. But I think, Mansfield will say that that's because they've got such a depleted squad. But we know that you beat what's in front of you at the end of the day, and it's a big 3 points for us, and we're top of the league.
Yeah, can't say fairer than that, though. Listen, if you agree with what Rowan says here, please. A lovely performance. We looked far better as soon as Capaccio came on. I don't know how Salic didn't get 6. Yeah, is he right?
Yeah, Salic had a lot of chances. But yeah, I agree. When the subs come on, you did notice a big difference. Not to say that NG didn't play well when he was at right back, because I think he played quite well as well. But, Capaccio and NG are different players. Capaccio's a lot more attacking. Arguably more creative, but yeah, I want to say about Joel Colwell as well, because I feel like when he came on, and he kind of was in that Ruben Colwell position, wasn't he? And we saw a noticeable difference in the pressing when he came on. There must be something in the Colwell bloodline, because those boys are fit and they just don't stop running. But yeah, I agree. The subs came on; they had a really good impact, and overall, I think it was a really good day for us.
Yeah. Who else impressed for you, Jamie?
I think just everyone really. I mean, Dylan Lawler just excels, isn't he? We have a term with Will Fish. He's Will Pusgod, which as a Mancunian trying to say the Welsh word Pusgod, he found that quite funny. Yeah, I think it was just a collective all-round game, and like Ellis said there, I don't think you're going to see a better cross on the run than Capaccio. He's literally laid it on a plate, isn't he, for Salic there, and that's not an easy skill to do, and especially when you're a youngster, you can see why Craig Bellamy values him so highly at a national level. But yeah, clean sheet, 3 goals, probably could have been 8 if it wasn't for the Mansfield goalkeeper, to be fair. And like I said then, we're top of the league, and in such a close league at the minute, any win's a good win.
Yeah. What's Salic's worth to you in monetary value, given that January window's coming up and I can name at least 5 Championship teams that need a goal scorer?
I think we've got to inflate the price, because at the end of the day, while we're going for our own promotion, we don't want to be losing anybody. So, you're looking, let's say, minimum 8 and above, because strikers are gold and premium nowadays, aren't they? So he showed it last year as well, didn't he, in the back end of the Championship season, that he can score goals in the Championship. So sometimes you have to up the price to desperation, let's say.
Okay. Yeah, I do fear that there is going to be certainly some interest. Fingers crossed not. Right, Alice, let's talk about this fella then. Yes, 100 appearances. Doesn't feel like it, does it? It feels like he's only been here 5 minutes. But yeah, Joel Bagan, 100 up. Yeah, wax lyrical, please, Alice.
Yeah, Joel Bagan, he's still a young man. It feels like he's been around the club for ages, because he burst onto the scene when he was so young. But you haven't had a season this kind of consistent and this involved in the team, and I feel like the way he's playing in this Barry Brian Murphy setup, it's really benefiting him. We're seeing some lovely play going forward. We're seeing how solid he is at the back, and he never really puts a foot wrong. And like we've said before, he is Mr. Consistent, and the fact that he's our only left back. I know Capaccio can play left back, but Joel Bagan's our only left back. He's playing every game more or less. So fair dues to the guy. He's doing really well this season, and he's, like I said, he's playing every game, so he's got good fitness on him.
Yeah. I think, Jamie, you've probably watched every 100 of those games, if I'm not mistaken, or been there. You've met the guy as well and had a chance to chat to him. Is he a decent fella?
Lovely. His all family were there yesterday, because obviously it was the 100th appearance for the club. And they're down to earth as well. I mean, the biggest thing for me now is getting his contract sorted. He's out of contract in, at the end of the season, and even if, when hopefully we do go up, and people might say he struggled at levels and what have you, as a reward more than anything, because he's been consistently good this year, I believe. And you could argue that a lot of our players sometimes they have to learn at a certain level in order to develop and progress. And we're starting to see the talent now emerging, because we are at the level where we are, but it's given them the exposure and the chance. And Joe Bagan's taken it with both hands. And yeah, I'd love to see him get his new deal. And he's a humble boy. He's got a lot of time with fans as well. And yeah, the 100 seems to have spread over like 5 years, mind. It just feels, like you said, the longevity of him so far has been brilliant, and long may it continue.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, so let's also chat then about another. I mean, people are saying now it's over. Well, you are 5 points above the 7th place. So even if you fall off, it's definitely going to be a playoff season. Gareth says we're going up, and that lot west of us are going down. Yeah. Thoughts on both of those, Alice?
I'm still skeptical to be so confident we're going up. I mean, I am confident we're going up, but we're not even halfway through the season yet, and we've seen how tight and congested it is at the top of the table. A few bad results, and the teams below us getting a few good results, and that just turns upside down. But yeah, you can take a bit of satisfaction to see how the Jacks are doing in the Championship as well, and all the grief that we got from them when we went down. It'd be nice to kind of give them a bit of their own medicine, but yeah, in terms of Cardiff, very tight at the top, still a lot of games to play even before the new year, so I think we just got to take it game by game.
Okay, let's have a look at them, shall we then? Let's have a look at the Christmas. I mean, is this your favourite time of year, Jamie, in terms for football, or do you think there's too much? Would you prefer to have the team to get a break? Would you prefer to have a break?
Well, I think I love the festive period. I think it's brilliant, isn't it? You have your game on the 20th at Lincoln, and then we've got Boxing Day 29th. It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. But we've still got the game in hand where we haven't played Barnsley. This is how hectic it is from the 13th or 14th of October. Where they're going to put this in, I haven't got a Scooby. So you look at those fixtures there. You've got the classic 6-pointer there, haven't you, against Stevenage away. It's a big game. We've got that added icing on the cake against Chelsea, which I'm sure will be a good occasion at home, good for the money for the club. Lincoln away is going to be a very tricky one. Again, that's a top of the table clash. And then we've got Stevenage again. So it's like, there could be a lot of, like Alice said, topsy-turvy kind of up and downs in this month itself. And it's going to be a massive, massive month for us, especially if we want to go up.
Yeah. Alice, you look at that and think, well, yeah, I mean, you can put Stevenage out of the race, can't you, for the top two if you can beat them midweek next week, and then this odd time when you play them again 3 weeks later, just mad.
Yeah, I find it crazy how we're versing them so close together, because that is the big game. They've been doing really well this season, and if we can, take 6 or 4 points, but preferably 6, that's a huge boost in that race in the top two. But it's so congested, and we've obviously got the Virtue Trophy midweek this week, and then we've got that big game against Chelsea there on the 16th. So yeah, it's going to be a really tough testing period for our group of lads. But yeah, let's hope that we can thrive in it. We haven't had the best of Christmas periods in the last few seasons, so let's hope things change this year.
If you've just come across the channel, obviously at the start, it would be amazing if you could just drop us a quick sub. We're very, very close to getting our first 100 subscribers, which would be incredible. So do press the like button, press the subscribe button down below, and help us get there this week. If you've not tuned in before, we've been doing the A to Z of Cardiff, which means one player for each letter of the alphabet. Now, last week we did F, and I think we got told off because we missed Oh no, last week we did G and we got told off because we missed F. So thank you to those in the comments that went, hold on a second, we missed a week. No, that was me forgetting my alphabet. So before we do H, have either of you got... we'll let Jamie think about F for a second. Let's get Ellis's H, if you can, Ellis. Have you got one for H?
Sorry, I was on mute then. Yeah, going for H. I'm going to go for a former captain. He's been both a player and briefly a manager for us. Definitely a better player than he was a manager. I'm going to go for Mark Hudson.
Yeah, I can see that Jamie was nodding. Was that what you were going to go with, Jamie, as well?
I've got a few, but Hudson's goal, the halfway Hudson, wasn't it? It was, I think I thought of Tom Heaton because of his heroics in between the sticks. Junior Hoylett, probably. That's another one I thought of. And someone that probably only scored one goal, I think, was that Wolves goal, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. But yeah, for F, that's the question. Only one I can think of on the spot, and it was because of his goal away at Middlesbrough, would have been Fabio. And he was, it was an unbelievable goal, and I think even the Middlesbrough fans could applaud it. And it was just like, you can tell he's a Brazilian footballer because he was very erratic, but he just produced moments you think, wow. But off the top of my head, F, I'm going to go with Fabio for that one.
Okay. Ellis, I mean, I'll go both fans in. I think you've got to put Cardiff City, especially Cardiff's away support, up and down the country, as you know, Jamie, absolutely fanatical. And yeah, given the distances you travel as well, got to put F for fans. Ellis, any Fs there?
I gotta go for Will Fish.
Okay.
How good he is this season, and like we've said in previous pods, I think hopefully he's going to be here for many more years, and he's going to have a huge role to play here in Cardiff City. So yeah, Will Fish for me.
I think there's another one that's just come to my head, which probably the people at Ninian Park era would remember. Leo Fortune West.
Oh, yeah, I'm old enough to remember. Yeah. Yeah. Well, where have you pulled that from? That's good.
I was just thinking in my head, I can remember, like, my half, like, he probably was just big and tall, and it was in a era where we probably didn't have the best of players, but it was a nucleus of hard workers, Lenny Lawrence and people like that at Ninian Park. No one liked to play us there, as we know, but he got a goal here and then. He was just a handful. So yeah, that was Leo Fortune West, I think.
Brilliant. Okay, right. That brings us up to date now with our A to Z. Then thanks for shouting out last week on us. I'm glad some people are paying attention. Now next week, these lads do need your help. Okay, because after the Huddersfield game, we'll be asking them to pick out the best player whose surname began with the letter I next week. For that, which is not going to be that many. So get to Wikipedia, and we'll get to see you in 7 days' time. Right, enjoy the Virtue Trophy game. Enjoy the Huddersfield game, Jamie. Huddersfield were relegated, of course, last year. They've had an up and down season. Do you see them challenging at all?
Nothing's impossible. I mean, they recruited a significant amount of players, didn't they, in the summer? Yeah. So that always is going to take time. They scored 3 goals yesterday against AFC Wimbledon. Shout out, though, obviously, to the both clubs, because there should be a good crowd, because it's a reciprocal £10 a ticket, I think it is. So, they'll bring a good following down. We always have good battles against Huddersfield, don't we? So hopefully we come out on the right end of it, and we get those much needed points.
Well, right, we'll review it all, of course, next week. Thank you very much for your company this week, then. Party in Mansfield. We're planning it May. Party in Mansfield. There we go. See you then. Thanks for watching. Drop us a quick sub. We'll see you next week. Have a good week, everyone.